Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Cultured Boys, a show where two guys just want to have a chat. As always, I'm joined by Pepe, and this week we're going to be doing a 2021 wrap-up. How you doing, Pepe?
I am very well, Nathan. I'm very well. 2021. What a year.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those years where I feel like a lot of stuff happened and a lot of stuff didn't happen. It's a very middle ground year, isn't it?
Yeah. I like to think everybody tried the best they could, to make something of the year. But it's difficult with, what's going on.
There's a lot of it's up and down. Obviously, it's our second year of isolation, COVID, that sort of thing. But yeah, everyone's just living what they can. I think it's just, hey, let's live our lives. I think the whole idea of this 2021 wrap up for us is we just want to talk about our highlights of the year, basically, anything that we've liked, whether it be sort of manga, anime, gaming, whatever. Basically, just any sort of thing, even movies, if you wanted to, if you have a movie highlight of the year.
It's basically one of those episodes where we cover all the things that we didn't think could be a full episode by itself. So probably, here you go. We're just gonna dump it on you now.
Yeah. But yeah. So what's this year been like for you, Nathan? How's your year been?
Strangely enough, it's actually been kind of standard for me.
Yeah.
I still had my day job. The only difference really is that Cultured Boys, really, we started earlier in the year. We've been doing this about a year almost. Mm-hmm. And yeah, really, this is the only thing that's super different for me. But yeah, it's been pretty decent. I'm besides the obvious that everyone would say, I got no major complaints. What about you? How's the year been for you?
Yeah, a year's been a roller coaster. It's been one of those ones where obviously still got my day job and that, but there's a lot of stuff I've looked into as well. There's all movies and stuff that I've watched that everyone's been going on about like crazy. There's a fair few games I've enjoyed as well. Mangas that started. There's also loads of stuff that has gone on any new media thing also I don't know, just new series and that. But there's loads of stuff that I've started that I've opened my mind to.
I mean, that's all this has been really, and it's like a year of exploration in a way, because just you can't do certain things, so what else can you do? And then you just go and find anything and everything that to pass the time.
Yeah, I think that is literally. I think there's a lot of what can I do to pass the time is that sort of vibe in it. What's this? Sometimes I've done everything that I kind of wanted to do in this area. I've heard good things about maybe this movie or this TV series. I'll check it out. Which is I don't know. So speaking on that, basically, I only watched Shang-Chi recently. I was talking about what's the highlights been in year and that. I think Shang-Chi is actually a sick movie. That's one of my.
I watched it in the cinema and I watched it on Disney Plus.
See, I've only just got Disney Plus recently. Basically, long-term friends account.
That was
pretty sure you offered as well, but no, I watched that last weekend.
Oh, nice!
Very good film.
Yeah, it's so good. Considering it's a Marvel film, people had reservations about it, but I thought it was really good, and I thought they got the choreography spot on. It was a good mix of actual sort of martial arts and then the wire stuff from back in the day.
Yeah, it's a good mix. I think it's one of those ones where it has its Marvel, it's still a Marvel film. There's still very much that Marvel vibe about it, but as you said, the choreography was sick in it. I think the pacing was good. I never felt bored watching it. There's some films I feel especially when I'm watching at home, right? I'm always okay, cool, I'll watch this film. I'll probably be on my phone at the same time, just browsing some random bits or whatever, or playing something. But with this film, I was this is sick. I don't even need to pick up my phone and do other. I'm just engrossed in this film.
Yeah, it was really good, wasn't it? The only thing I would say is I don't know about that dragon at the end though. It didn't look as cool as I thought it was gonna.
Well, the water dragon thing, the one that's at the bottom of the ocean.
It looked kind of lame.
Well, nah, it was a cool dragon. What was it when that what was it the soul eating bastard? I can't remember what it's called. Like the thing,
I actually don't think it had a name. Did it?
No, it didn't have a name, but like the dragon and the soul eating bastard like fighting and all that sort of thing. And then like it started eating the dragon's soul, and I was like, oh, bro, I don't want that to happen. The dragon's cool.
Not the dragon soul.
Yeah. Great. I mean, yeah, yeah, but no, I thought it was a good film. Choreography's good in it. There's probably gonna be a sequel of it, right? If they haven't announced.
Oh, they already confirmed they were writing the sequel. That happened like a month ago.
Yeah, I kind of felt like this is like a very similar vibe to like Black Panther when that came out, right? Because like I think the thing is, I much prefer Shang-Chi to Black Panther. Black Panther was sick. Don't get me wrong, but I watched it and I had that same sort of vibe. Like, oh, that was a really cool film. It's probably the best Marvel film to date. And then what was it? Spider-Man films came out as well. I love them. I've still yet to see. What was it? It's not Far From Home because Far From Home was the last
it's
one.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. That's the one. Yeah, I still got to see that.
I have seen that actually. I watched that.
You have seen it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's good,
okay.
And that's all I'll say. That's it.
Yeah, I've everyone that's seen it has said it's good, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, like those Marvel films are good. And yeah, Shang-Chi, that was sick as well. I think they're all sort of like films I've watched. I'd be like, yeah, that's a good film. I liked it. Can't wait for the next ones to come out.
Yeah, same.
Any films that you particularly like highlighted of this year, Nathan? Anything that's stood out?
Again, I don't watch a lot of films in general. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much will be just like Marvel and a few things here and there. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy because like at time of recording, like people still haven't seen it because it's just come out like this week in the UK at time of recording. But Spider-Man was really fucking good.
Yeah. And
I don't want to say more than that because I don't want anyone to think I'm going to spoil or say anything. I would never do that. This is one of those. I mean, it's not just Spider-Man. Like any Marvel film, I would not spoil because they're such a big thing now that I wouldn't want to be spoiled. So why would I do it to someone else? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's really the standout film for me. But I think I have only watched like 5 films this year. So
fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Like I've watched some Disney animated films, some of the newer ones with my sister, and then I watched Shang-Chi and Spider-Man. Like, yeah, I think I could count on 2 hands how many films I've watched this year.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. Okay, video game highlights then. Any video games that you've been like, yeah, this is like I'm glad this came out this year. I enjoy playing that. Like any new games, any remakes.
I would say Lost Judgment, the sequel to Judgment, the Yakuza spin-off. Really glad that came out this year. That was a fun game. But really, I've been using this year gaming wise to just catch up on the things that I missed or haven't completed before. Some things in that is sort of iffy because like I'm currently finishing Persona 5 Royal, and arguably I already finished Persona 5, so there's not that much difference. I technically finished it before, but there you go. This year I just used to play loads of stuff that I've just never touched before, or I've just been meaning to complete.
That's fair. Any particular ones? Like, is there any obviously that you haven't touched before? Like, even if they're past games or whatever, is there anything that you think is like stood out the most to you? I
am struggling to think right now. I've actually, it's one of those where you kind of put me on the spot, but at the same time, I have actually played quite a lot of games this year.
Yeah.
So
like for me,
I'm
like
struggling.
Like was so for me one of the games I know that I completed. I feel like this is the thing I've talked about this before. Like I start playing games and then I just drop off them. But what was it? One of my highlights I'd say is Pokemon Snap. That was a good one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Short, but like sweet at the same time. It brings back that whole like Pokemon Snap element, and like it's basically new. It gives new. There's not many twists to it. There's like some differences, and like if you're a Pokemon Snap fan, you gotta love it. But yeah, I think it's a decent game. Definitely one of the games I remember most completing this year.
See, now I forgot that came out this year. That just made me realize that my perception of time is completely off. I don't even remember what, like, besides the things I played super recently, I don't remember what came out this year. That's terrible.
That's the thing. Like, I was thinking, like, oh yeah, wait, what has come out this year?
For me, Forza Horizon 5, actually, that came out this year, and that's been just really great. It's been so good to play. It's like, you remember Horizon, it's got these really great vibes, and just driving around. That's really all I'm doing. I'm playing with some friends, and I'm just driving around, having a good time. It's been great.
I haven't played a Forza game in ages, so it's... they're good games though. I do enjoy them. I say that I think I've only played 2 of them, but
Fair.
Like from what I remember from the first 1 and 2, like decent. I'm trying to think. Like obviously, like I feel like I'm always still on like Smash Bros. Like, this is one game I continue to pick up in that. In terms of like the thing is. With Smash Bros, right? We finished the Fighter Pass this year as well.
Yes.
Like this is one thing as well. 2020 has kind of like merged into 2021 for me. So when I was thinking about this, what are my highlights? And I was like, oh, Xenoblade Chronicles is a good game. I really enjoyed that. Then I realized, because it's the first time I've really completed it, even though the game came out like, what was it, 10 years ago?
Oh, it was quite a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, on the Wii, yeah. But and then I got the 3DS version. I got through that I got like about halfway through that, I'd say. And then the Switch one came out, and I was like, oh yeah, this is good. But I completed it. But then I remembered that's 2020. That's not even 2021. I was like, oh shit, this is a game I like. So I was like, oh shit, that was ages ago. It's literally like that's like a year and a half ago that came out.
Okay, well. How about this? What did you watch the trailer for Sonic Frontiers?
I did indeed, yes.
Okay, so that Sonic Frontiers, I'm quite hopeful for. It looked like Sonic Breath of the Wild.
I'm interested to see how it'll play though. This is like one thing, right?
See, that's what I was saying to someone. Is that Sonic is supposed to move fast, and you do that in a linear fashion, right? But now, if it's an openish world, like, how's that going to work? And is there going to be platforming? And is that going to look natural to the world? Because it looked like from the trailer they were trying to do like a sort of natural looking world. So it's going to be weird if there's just a random platform just floating in the sky. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And I don't want to shit on it straight away, but the only other Sonic game that we've had that is sort of open worldy was 06. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, right now it is a TBC. Let's wait until we get more trailers or whatever, or gameplay.
Yeah.
On it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what else has kind of come from it. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully all we can do is hope at this point. Like hopefully they come through, and like this is sort of partially like a big year for Sonic in a way.
Well, I mean, that was the new reveal, isn't it? Like, that's what everyone's been waiting for this whole time. Everyone's like, oh, a new Sonic game's going to come. A new Sonic game's going to come. That's it. Sonic Frontiers. Yeah. I will say, though, that trailer got me so hyped that I started thinking about the Kirby open world game that's coming out next year. Forbidden Lands or something, or Forgotten Lands or something like that. Yeah. Originally, I didn't care about that. I was like, I don't, whatever. But this trailer actually made me think, maybe I'll give that a go. That actually might be alright, a Kirby game.
Yeah, I haven't bought a Kirby game in years. Like, I can't
Same.
remember the last Kirby game I bought. So like, yeah, I'm interested to see how that looks, because the trailer did look good from it. I remember seeing that the initial reveal for that.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
mean, it's cool because it started off almost like a normal Sonic game, and you're like, okay, cool. We're running along, stuff, robots trying to hurt me. And then all of a sudden the camera goes from 2D and pans around to this open area. But then you seriously got Breath of the Wild vibes because there was just towers all over the place, and you were like, okay, I see you, Sega. I see you.
Literally, it's one of those ones in it where it's like, okay, like Breath of the Wild was like amazing. 2017 blew everyone away, right? So I think this is the new thing. This is the new thing that everyone's going to be jumping on now. It's like, let's make everything open world, and that is that. It feels like they've been doing it for the last couple of years. Like every company's like, oh, we need to either do a battle royale or we need to do an open world game. Those are two things that people are like going for right now.
It's just funny that we've like gone full circle again, because like when GTA hit it big, everyone was like, oh, we got to do like a open world sandbox game.
Yeah.
And that flopped. And now we're back again because Breath of the Wild did so well, and it's like,
yeah,
please just get it right or don't do it.
Yeah, it's obviously trying to tap in. Hey, we need to get these more sales. Next thing you know, they're going to bring like a Banjo Kazooie game. It's going to be like, I don't know.
Don't get people's hopes up for another Banjo game.
Well, that's another thing that came out this year as well, is the new Nintendo Switch Online stuff.
Oh yeah.
So currently it's one of those ones where we've got if you upgrade your subscription, you basically get access to Nintendo 64 games and is it Sega Genesis?
Yes.
Yeah. So you get those two now. And Sega Genesis games seems to be updating quite a lot. So their next batch, like there's going to be 5 games coming out this month for it.
Oh, wow.
5 extra games. Whereas Nintendo 64, however, is like, hey, you get 1 game a month. So currently we've got Paper Mario that just released, and we're getting Banjo Kazooie next month.
Okay, cool. That's great for Banjo fans. I'm not one of them.
It is great for Banjo fans. I've never played Banjo Kazooie, so honestly, I'll give it a shot. I played Star Fox 64 for the first time a couple days ago.
Oh, nice.
I made it past 1 level and I didn't play it after that.
Well, you're better than me. I haven't played anything from there, so
it's okay. I mean, like Star Fox fans are Star Fox fans. They're happy to get any sort of Star Fox game minus 0. Because we know how that went down.
Ungrateful motherfuckers.
Ungrateful is we don't talk about Star Fox Zero anymore.
We don't talk about that one.
How do you feel about the upgrade for the Nintendo Switch Online?
I don't really feel anything, because again, like I was excited when we were going to do it, and then we did it, and I haven't used anything from it. Like I downloaded the Nintendo 64 stuff, the Genesis stuff. I installed the Animal Crossing DLC. I have not played any of it though. I was so excited to play Mario Tennis 64. I've not turned it on once.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that like I've tried it, but then I'm also in that mindset where like I'm not in the mood to play this right now. I probably will be at some point. I do want to try Banjo Kazooie. I do want to try that. But I don't know. Mario 64. We've got on the.
We got on so many other stuff. Yeah, the
All
Stars on Switch as well. So
we've got that. So I'm not too fussed about it. Like Mario Kart 64. Technically, we have like 8 Deluxe. So I don't like. For me, that's like it's cool if I wanted to get the nostalgia from that, but at the same time, I don't really have that nostalgia because I never owned a Nintendo 64 until like I was 16, so I never actually had Mario Kart 64. And then I don't know. It's the same with Ocarina of Time. It's cool that we have it, but I'm also like I've played the 3DS version.
I have the original. Version. I still have my N64 cart of that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that it's the one thing where like it's good that if there's games on there that you have major nostalgia for, which you haven't played in so long. But a lot of those games I have actually played recently, and I'm just like, I don't feel a passion to play it. If there's Pokemon Stadium on there, I feel like we've talked about this before. I was
just gonna say that's the I think the only thing that will bring me to it. Like I would probably jump on that straight away because I've talked about that so many times on these episodes. I think, like, many times.
If we get online support on it, I think that'd be cool. Like
that would be, but I just want it online so I can play mini games with you guys. Like, okay, battling, whatever, but I could do that on any of the other games. Mini games.
Yeah.
I want the mini games, man.
Yeah, I want the mini. I basically want Mario Party for Pokemon, basically.
Yeah, but I want it more wholesome and less like I don't want to be your friend anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, that was the thing. I think it's a cool upgrade. I think it's like a lot of people are angry about it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a whole thing about it, you know, and if you really think about it, of course Nintendo were going to charge you extra without barely giving you anything because Nintendo still don't understand online stuff.
But I still think that if you can get enough people to do the family pass like me, you, and other people have, I think it's not that bad. Yeah. I think like I can understand why if you don't have like that sort of vibe with everyone, like, or like have like a massive friend group that are willing to pay for a family pass between 8 people. Granted, it is a bit of a piss take. I can understand that. But I don't know. Get more friends.
I don't know. I also wouldn't call that out too much just in case they catch on.
I'm joking.
You know, like, we don't want Nintendo to realize the folly of their mistakes. Like, let's just not.
Feel the wrath of Nintendo.
Well, I'm happy with the amount I pay right now, okay? I don't want to have to pay extra because Nintendo caught on to a big mistake. So, stop. You stop.
Right. Okay. I feel like we went off a tangent. I think what was it? I mentioned about Smash Bros, didn't I?
Yeah.
So we got like the whole entire second Fighters Pass revealed. So last year, second Fighters Pass wise, we had Min Min, we had Steve, and we had Sephiroth. Like arguably, like didn't really care for Min Min that much, but Steve and Sephiroth were fucking massive.
Yeah.
Right. And then this year we had Pyro Mythra, we had Kazuya?
Yes.
God, I don't know why it took me so long to fucking think of that. Kazuya and Sora. Yes. So, okay, Nathan, comparing the first 3 of the Fire Pass to the second 3 of the Fire Pass, which do you think has been better for you?
I would say the first half.
Yeah.
But that is not by any means underplaying the second half. They're all really good.
Yeah.
I just say the first half because I think I've got a slightly better win record with the first half than the second half.
I can agree with you. I think for me, the hype factor is I think that Steve and Sephiroth were peak for me in terms of the hype level. I think like you said,
I think Sora was just the icing, you know, like just the top of the top. I think that was the most hype.
It is like, hey, we've got that 6th character. It's the final one, and they did come through in the end. They did give like people have been asking for Sora for a while, and everyone's like, nah, it's not gonna happen. It's Disney. And like to finally get Sora in the game is like you said, the icing on the cake. The whole trailer was like, yep, there he goes. Mario is shaking the hands of Sora, and then it's like, hey, that's it. That's a good way to wrap up the pass at the end of the day. But peak hype for me was definitely Sephiroth and Steve. I think those 2 characters were like, they're on point. Like again, like you said, not taking anything away from the other 3 characters in 2021. But yeah. That's my thoughts. You right?
Yeah, sorry. It's just I was listening and I'm waiting. I'm just waiting, and it's like, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, he's done. Okay, right. Next one. No. Sorry, it's just I don't know. I thought you had some extravagant something to say about it.
Extravagant something? I don't know.
You're the Smash Bros guy. Like, It's your
I don't
thing,
know. I'm
innit?
just a hype guy. I like get hyped about anything Smash Bros.
I mean, that's what I'm
just waiting to
saying.
get the fucking final spirit that I missed out on. I've been waiting on that for fucking 3 weeks now. The final updates come along, and I'm like, hey,
You're probably
this
been
final
waiting a long
spirit that
time.
I need? It's fucking
I need
Metroids.
that final spirit too. I don't know why I'm like trying to make you feel bad. Like, oh, you got to wait. Like, I have to wait as well. But
Yeah,
it's not bugging me as much as it bugs you, apparently.
yeah, it's bugging me. It's bugging me a lot.
Sort of related to gaming. I don't know why I said sort of. It completely is in a way. This year was also really bad for gaming in terms of like, especially in Japan, like a lot of the arcades that you're used to seeing in pictures of like Akihabara and stuff, like these big Sega arcades and Taito and all that, they closed this year. Like loads of them closed. And it's actually like really sad because, okay, regardless of what I actually think of Japanese arcades, because they're mostly crane games and rhythm games and then not much else. It's just sad that like it feels like the last bastions of arcades are going. It's kind of sad to think because I still love arcades. It's just they're hard to find, and right now obviously you can't really go to one because of what's going on in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know like how to react to it in a way because obviously, it's like you said, you don't really see many arcades at all these days, especially in the West. Like it's very minimal. The sort of things that we went to Japan for and enjoyed quite a bit. Like it's a shame to see them.
Yeah, like it's because there was always like a Kotaku article or something, and I watched a YouTube video about the Sega arcade in Sunshine City, the one that's like almost directly opposite Sunshine City entrance, right? That closed down this year as well. And I was like, it was kind of sad to see because I was like, I've actually been there. You know, like I went to that arcade or the big one, you know, in Akihabara, like right across when you come out of the station.
Yeah.
That one closed this year as well. And I was like, oh, I've been in there.
I felt like Akihabara as well, but it's like, God.
I mean, Akihabara in itself is like, I think slowly dying as well because all the weebs can't get over there to buy up all the waifus.
God, I was like watching, what was it, a Broad in Japan video as well. And they were saying that like because of COVID and that, like a lot of, and well, it's twinned with the fact that Japan isn't the biggest biggest tech giant anymore.
Yeah.
It used to be, obviously.
I watched that video too. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? Like when you think about it.
But yeah, it's like you said, it's a tourist trap at this point, and obviously we've got no tourists. So yeah,
it's sad because I also saw another Kotaku article like about one of the stores. It was on the corner opposite the Sega arcade, also right next to the station. I went in there. It was like one of those massive secondhand places, you know, that have the glass cabinets.
Oh yeah.
And like I genuinely, the first time I went in there and I was there for like 2 hours just looking at stuff. And it was like this 2-floor building, but that's also closed down. And that was like super sad to me because I was like, oh man, like I killed almost an entire afternoon in there.
Well, that's the thing. COVID has like killed off a lot of businesses at the same time, both here and Japan, I guess. It's sad to see, but like obviously stuff like I don't know, Amazon are thriving at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, but like, how are we gonna keep being the cultured boys if the culture is disappearing, Pepe?
The culture is just online, Nathan. That's what it is. It's always been online. God, yeah, if the culture's disappearing. Save our culture.
We better start a change.org petition to save our culture.
Oh no. Just imagining anything of it, I'm just like, oh, I don't like the idea of it. It's too far.
I mean, it felt dirty saying change.org.
Where does the money even go? We're starting this, like, hey, save the Japanese arcades from 2 guys that live in the UK. Cannot, like, generally send the money out. Who do we even send the money to? Dear Mr. Sega, here's some fucking money to we raise. Enjoy.
Could you imagine we're like writing crayon and everything like we're a child, like, dear Mr. Sega, I saved all this money and I did some charity. Here, take it and save the arcades from the
Mr.
culture boys.
Mr. Big Corporate big corporate company. You probably do have enough money to save some things, but hey, have some more money anyway.
From your friends in the UK, the Cultured Boys.
Yeah, fucking but yeah, it's a shame. God, I think that sounded sarcastic. I'm so sorry.
Hey man, it is what it is. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
it's but you have to think like, what is the way of combating that though? Like, what is the workaround for it?
Open up the country. I mean,
spread the love and the COVID.
Like, yeah, there is no solution really. I mean, if it's a thing heavily reliant on tourists, yeah, you're gonna be fucked, ain't you? Like,
yeah,
no two ways about it.
Well, we can only hope for the best, and we'll see where it goes. And that's all. I think that's like scary for the future, but I don't know.
Well, how about we bring the mood up then? At least for us in the UK. Pokemon Center UK website, guys, we predicted this ages ago.
Yes.
We complained about it and they heard us, guys. They heard us.
It's like they listened to Cultured Boys. The Pokemon company were listening to us.
It soft launched like, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Proper launched a few days ago. And I'm still sort of like in shock that we actually have it.
I don't know what to do with it. That's the one thing. Like, because I feel like it's one of those ones where like, oh my God, we actually have access to the Pokemon Center now. And there's like, do I want any of this?
Well, that's the thing, innit? Like, I'll go on there to see what's new because I'm like, oh, I can buy this now. And like, I'm not going to have to import or anything. Like, it's just going to be here. But I tell you what, I'm waiting for, at least I hope they do this, is because Pokemon Evolutions have been coming out and 2 more episodes came out, I suddenly realized every episode has had Pikachus wearing the headgear of the main characters from each generation. Now I want them as plushes.
Okay. See, you want that, Nathan. See, my ideal...
Are you still waiting for them to do that Snorlax?
No, the big Snorlax, the big one.
Yeah.
Like, well, the one that costs like... See... what I want, right, is they've been releasing these life-size Pokemon plushes, right?
Oh god, that Lucario one creeped me out.
I hadn't seen the Lucario one. I'm like,
you haven't?
Do I want to? I don't think I do.
So it's literally a life-size Lucario, right? But like in the imagery, they're using like this Japanese woman, and it's almost as tall as her, and for some reason that just kind of creeps me out.
See, it just screams like furry. Like, sort of.
I wasn't even like, thinking that. I was just like, is this real? Because it's big enough that could just be a person in a costume.
Well, it's like they released the Arcanine one as well, didn't they?
Did they?
Not, I don't know if it was recently, but like it's basically as big as a human. This new Arcanine.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, so it's like a big fucking dog thing.
I don't. Arcanine's my favorite, and I've always said if Pokemon were real, I'd get an Arcanine so I could ride on its back. And yet, I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that.
See, what I want is they'll probably never do it again, but the ferret, the life-size ferret.
Oh yeah, that giant thing. Yeah, they're probably not going to do that again.
6'7". They're never going to do it again, but like it'd be really cool if they did do it. But it does give me a little hope. Like maybe, hopefully, they'll release like the Metapod thing.
Oh, I was gonna say I kind of wanted that.
Yeah, like I don't think I'd ever use it though. This is one thing. Like just like sat in my flat alone and wrapped up in a Metapod thing. Like yes, this is what I wanted.
The other thought is that when you're not using it, it's just sort of sat in the corner, and you like look over and you're like, that was a good purchase.
Such a pointless, good.
Like like when you look at something, you're like, I can count on one hand how many times I've used that. Good purchase. Good purchase.
Like, I have already bought something off the Pokemon Center.
Did you?
To be fair, yeah, I bought a Christmas jumper.
I knew you would.
Yeah, like I saw a few of them, but there's a couple that I wanted to get. I think the Snom one looked cool.
I don't think I actually looked at that one.
So it's like a black and white one.
I wanted to get the Snorlax one.
Oh yeah.
but I don't wear jumpers, so it'd be a wasted purchase.
I feel like I buy a new Christmas jumper each year, and it's just like, oh, which one should I wear this time? I think I've got like about 7 of them now.
Oh, cool. One for every day of the week.
I mean, if we've got Christmas off, then it's like, hey, there we go. Let's celebrate Christmas. But yeah. Yeah, so I've got that coming. Well, actually, no, it's already arrived. But it's cool. Down. Yeah, it's I don't have access to it right now. Fair enough. Because I got it shipped to my parents. So it's not actually in my flat. So I got to wait until I come down for Christmas to actually be like, hey, I could try this thing out and look at it. It arrived quite quickly though. That was like I ordered it and it arrived 2 days later.
Okay, so, at least shipping's like decent speed. You know, like
quite rapid. Yeah, I think again that was like the soft launch. Right? This is like a day into the soft launch. And I just I managed to get it from that.
Yeah, I just keep looking at the plushes. I'm waiting for because at least Pepe knows I like trying to collect when we've been to Japan, like the Pikachus in outfits. They're like my favorite thing, or the Ditto faces. And now that we've got the Pokemon Center UK website, I just have the chance to waste my money like that without having to leave the country.
Dangerous. I mean, the Pokemon like t-shirts and like jackets and that's going to be a big one for me.
Oh, mate, I looked at some of their Hawaiian shirts and I immediately was like, Pepe. That's a Pepe shirt.
Well, this is the thing. Like when we were in Japan last time in Pokemon centers, I bought a Raikou jacket. And it was a lot of money.
Yeah, you're going to get rinsed because of Pokemon clothing.
I'm going to be...
It's alright, mate. I'll be right there with you. I'll be right there with you. You buy all the clothes, I'll buy all the Pikachu plushes, and we'll be broke together. That'll be fine.
We're now broke boys. We don't have anything. We have to sell our recording equipment. Now we just speak into
our
cup.
Phones, which we still somehow have, but we don't know how.
It's just gonna record like what was it, like a 2 hour long voice note. Just send to each other. Hey, can you edit this? What is this? I don't even save it. But that's a good highlight. Anything else? Any manga? Any series that you started this year that you're like, that's a highlight?
None that we haven't already talked about, to be fair. That's the funniest part.
Of what?
Like, our manga reviews are normally because one of us has gone, hey, have you read this series? That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. And that's how the episodes come around. So, for me personally, a lot of them have already been spoken about. Yeah.
A little update on some of the mangas that we've talked about, though. Remember when we talked about Blue Box, right?
Yeah.
We were like, it was like sort of like, it's a romance sporty sort of one, so you don't know how well it's doing. But what was it? The latest copy of Weekly Jump came out this week. It's a double issue, so it's a Christmas issue. And they have like obviously like the main series always like, because when it comes to these double issues where it's like a break after, like a weekly break, they always like do a big front cover where it's all their main characters from all the big series on it, right?
Yeah.
And so like obviously at the front you have Luffy, you have Midoriya, you have Asta, like all those, basically all the big series, Black Clover, like main heroes from all the big series.
You're like trying to explain, you can't even remember the character names. Are you even a fan?
I'm trying to remember who the fuck's on it.
Bloody fake nerd girl.
Yeah, I've just I did all this whole year. I've just been a poser. No, I haven't actually. I don't read manga. I just like. But Chinatsu, is part of like one of their big series. Like she's on the front cover, and like, out of the 8 big series that are at the front, she's actually part of it.
That's
so
pretty
Blue Box
good
actually
news.
Doing really well. Like it's consistently towards the top of the manga, the contents page.
Oh, nice.
I was quite surprised to see, it's like one of the ones I was like, oh, damn, like, didn't expect that.
It just shows you, Cultured Boys has good taste.
Yes. Who knew? But yeah, there's a...
No, that's cool. That's cool. I just don't have much to say because I haven't actually been reading manga for the last 2 months or so.
Oh, and Pepe's the poser. He can't remember all the names.
I know, right? Throwing the shade. Just I just haven't been in the mood to read anything.
Yeah, it was fair.
Like, I don't quite understand why, but it's always like that.
Sometimes you do get that because I took a break from certain mangas for the longest this year. Like literally the only one I kept up to date with was literally One Piece, and that's the only one I kept up to date with.
See, I wish I could say that. I've literally I haven't read anything for 2 months or something.
I completely fell off of My Hero, Doctor Stone, all Black Clover. I just dropped off all of them, all these big series that I used to read. And I've only just recently started getting back into it. I've just caught up to Doctor Stone again. But it's like you said though, sometimes you just don't feel like reading it, and that's fair. You don't have to read it every week or so. You have other priorities.
Yeah.
And there probably will be a point, Nathan, where you're like, I feel like catching up on that series again. And you probably will at some point.
I'll probably try and start again in the new year. And just allocate a day where I just sit and read and catch up on everything. Especially because
you'll have those days. Yeah,
they're new series that I started that you've recommended to me, but I didn't even read those. So now I'm probably a couple of chapters behind on those, and by the time I read it, knowing my luck, some of them will probably be dead.
I mean, I don't know, Nathan. If you're not reading them, there'll probably be a chance to survive.
I'm the final nail in the coffin, am I?
Yeah. I mean, it is Sod's Law. You're going to start reading it, and then the thing's going to end. And I always put it down to the fact that every manga Nathan reads just ends. So maybe that's why you got burnout, Nate. Because every manga you read it just stops.
So that would make sense because I did start quite a few new series this year, and a lot of them are dead. Yeah,
it's Weekly Jump's just been going through that thing right now. They're throwing shit at the wall, see what sticks, and so they're getting them. They're getting the series that are sticking again. It literally was a magazine where it was hey, we've got My Hero, One Piece, and Black Clover, and that's all our big series right now. We don't know what else is going on. They literally were just throwing shit at the wall, but now some of it's sticking. We're getting some big series again, that are staying around, and some you're getting animes again. So
yeah. I mean, we might as well move on to that too. Anime wise, we've finally started getting. I mean, at least in my opinion, because I don't watch so much anime either. Well, we finally started getting stuff I actually care about. JoJo Part 6 came out. That was amazing.
Yep, love that.
I haven't watched it yet, but Shaman King Season 2 or Part 2, whatever you want to call it, that's out.
Yeah.
Aggretsuko Season 4 came out recently.
Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to binge watch the whole thing.
I watched it. I literally binge watched it the day it came out and finished it the night. Literally, I had spent 2-3 hours watching the whole series.
Is it good?
I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing. I'm not entirely sure it's my favorite season.
Okay,
but as I said, I watched the whole thing one night. I wasn't tempted to be oh no, I don't want to watch anymore. I watched the whole thing, and I think each season's great. I love the series.
I mean, to be fair, anything following season 3 of Aggretsuko would be hard because season 3 to me was the best one. It had the
season
most going on.
Incredible.
And season 3 was just so amazing. So I do feel like season 4 would probably be a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah. I won't say why it isn't my favorite. I'll let you take that, and we might even discuss it in another Cultured Boys episode at some point.
We probably will, because Aggretsuko always feels like this big thing now. I think it's because it is aimed at sort of our age group and people slightly younger. So, but I won't say any more on that.
Because it's just the vibe is there. People working after working and stuff and university. But yes. It's still good. It's still good. It's just I have my don't want to say grievances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that came out. Off what you said about Shaman King. Yeah. Absolutely loved this. The second part of it. Loved it. Completely turned my I done a 180 on it. I remember in our last video I was about Shaman King. I was Not sure whether I like it or not. Like I was like the pacing was weird. I like fell asleep in half the episodes. I didn't find like I was that glued to it. This one, 180. I think this second half of episodes they've uploaded to Netflix. I think it's incredible. I love it.
Oh, okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, I just want Shaman King to do well because I know it's a great series. I read that ages ago. We watched the original dub of the anime way back in like the early 2000s. So like I know it's a good series. It's just that first season of this new one really has not made a good impression on people. Like lots of people I've tried to recommend it to have gone, I don't know, man. I didn't get it. And I think it's always the same thing. Everyone's like, Manta's voice and the voice choices, like the cast choice is just strange to a lot of people. Like the voices really throw people off and like break that immersion. And it's such a shame because so many more people should be into Shaman King. It was one of the best, one of the tops, and I just want more games and stuff from Shaman King.
It's one of those ones I don't think we're going to get any games from it at this point. But I think that my takeaway from Shaman King is stick through the first 14 episodes, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot to ask. I bet like that is a lot to ask. But the next, like, I think the second half of that series, it picks up so much. Like, it does.
Well, I mean, you know, it's like the first season had a lot of exposition to go through because, like, they have to set up the world, they have to explain why this happens, that happens. It's a bit of a slower one, but like this second season, like, is where it all kicks off, really. So I won't say any more than that because it probably would get a bit too spoilery. Even though I haven't watched the second season myself, but I have experience with the series, so I know roughly where it should be. But yeah, it's good. Like we said it in the episode we did before, but like just go and check it out.
100%. Yeah. Another thing that launched this year that I started, basically Cowboy Bebop. Right? Have you ever watched it?
I haven't, funny enough. I get told to watch it all the time, and people always freak out because they're like, aren't you like really into anime and stuff? And I'm like, yeah. Okay.
It's one of those ones, Nathan. I feel like it is your cup of tea or it isn't. And I feel like, so Cowboy Bebop, the original anime, right? I got up to a certain point. I actually didn't watch the final 2 episodes of it.
Oh wow, strange. Okay.
So I love the whole series. I just haven't had time to watch it. So technically, this year is the first time I finished Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
And it's good. It's a really good series. That's all I can say about it. It's great. Obviously, let's follow on from that a little bit because Cowboy Bebop launched like over like how many decades ago? What launched this year, however, was the Cowboy Bebop live action series, and I watched part of the first episode, and because I just I followed up right from where I finished watching the anime.
Okay.
Probably not the best idea. Also, is it the best idea because it's been cancelled now?
Well, you have to think it got cancelled for some sort of reason.
Yeah. It's a shame because I think the cast choice is actually quite good. Like
again, the cast looked good. I remember seeing all those photos online, but apparently not good enough.
I think it's one of those ones where like I don't know, they did try with this one. They really did try. Like they had the like original artist that like they brought back the theme tune, like all the music was on point. It's just a shame that it hasn't worked. But always goes back to that one thing, like, is there any anime live action that does go well?
None that I've seen so far.
The only one I can think of is Rurouni Kenshin. That's the only one
I ain't even seen that.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Nathan, if you love like martial arts stuff, the choreography in Rurouni Kenshin is fucking incredible. I'd recommend it. Like I like as someone that like has partly watched some of the anime, I'd say like the live action films of those are really good. I think that's the only anime one that I think has done well.
Oh wait, no. I just remembered one. The original Japanese like Death Note live action movies, they were pretty decent.
They were decent as well, actually. I think, yeah, like it's set in that sort of realism sort of thing. So I think, yeah, that's much better than the Netflix Death Note. Let's put it that way.
Well,
Netflix Death Note was.
This is all just makes me really wary of the One Piece live action Netflix series they're doing.
Okay, yeah.
Like even when they announced the cast, some of the casting, I was like, okay, I can see that. That looks, that was pretty good. But like some of the casting, I'm like, I don't know.
I think they've. I can't really judge right now because I think in terms of the people they've revealed, I think the Luffy character kind of fits in quite well because I don't know the.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because I don't know. Luffy's kind of got that sort of happy-go-lucky, like over-the-top happy vibe about him, right? And this guy that's playing him, I can kind of see that. But my issue isn't really with the cast. Like, this cast could be quite good. I haven't heard of any of them before. It's good probably that they're bringing in like a new cast. Maybe that's a good reason. But my issue with this One Piece live action, right, is not so much the issue of the cast, but the issue of the world itself. Because One Piece is very fantastical.
Yep.
Like, and it is like how are they gonna pull it off? Like devil fruits and that.
The CG is going to be weird. I can just say that now.
CG is going to be weird. And it's pirate stuff as well. And like One Piece is very colourful. And I don't know, with Netflix adaptations and live actions, they always tend to go for a gritty kind of vibe. Because that's what you can do. That's all you can do with live action. You can't make it too colourful, otherwise it looks too kiddish. Right? So
yeah.
I'm just a bit I don't know. I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong, I will watch it. The first episode at least, and I'm not going to say I'm going to like it, but I will watch it.
Well, time will tell. I don't think they've even started production yet, so.
No, they've literally just started, I think, or like it's going to be very soon they're starting it. So.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. But another One Piece thing, they've announced, was it new One Piece film? One Piece film Red.
Okay.
Going to be focused on Shanks.
I don't ever pay attention to the One Piece films because I swear they're normally just like a side story that's got nothing to do with the actual main story.
Yeah, most like most anime films, to be fair.
Well, no, because Dragon Ball films are all like the new ones are all basically part of the lore. Yeah. So not all anime films. Pepe.
Okay, fine. Yeah, apart from Dragon Ball, then let's look at the rest of them. Let's look at some early Dragon Ball films, Nathan.
We don't talk about those ones, Pepe. Not yet.
So out of all the Dragon Ball films, Nathan,
I did say the new ones.
You did say the new ones. You did say new ones.
I mean, that in itself got some sort of new trailer as well, didn't it? The Dragon Ball Superhero.
It did, yeah.
I didn't actually watch it yet. Despite being a massive Dragon Ball fan.
I feel like I watched it, but I could not remember it.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, is that it feels like Dragon Ball Superhero is incredibly forgettable, also because the name is so stupid.
Yeah. Hold on, Dragon Ball Super. Give me a second here, because I feel like I've seen this.
Have I not
watched it?
All I've seen is that there was supposedly a new trailer or something, some new footage or something, and there was this image I saw where like most of the cast that's going to be in it, like the characters, were on a new poster or something.
Yeah.
And it showed like that kid, you know, that like rich kid, he's got some sort of hero costume on, but it looks kind of dumb. So I don't know, but like this film just feels like it's going to be incredibly forgettable. Although saying that, I'm pretty sure that image I saw said something like April 2022.
Yeah.
So I think that's why this stuff came out, because it was like announcing the actual release date. I'm still going to go watch it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't have any high hopes for it.
Okay, so I've just watched like the new... Wait, hold on. This was released a day ago. Oh, right. Well, apparently a new trailer got released a day ago.
Okay, cool.
Time recording. And I'll let you watch it yourself, Nathan. I won't give any spoilers for it. But yeah, okay. As I said, like what you were saying, I don't know. Only time will tell. I think this is a lot of our speculation right now. We can talk about what we want, like, I don't think it's going to be this good. I don't think it's going to be that good. And at the end of the day, we're both going to watch it. And
yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you never know. Like, because we have such low expectations, it might be better than what we think.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love for them to prove me wrong. But I don't know.
Right. Any other highlights of the year, Nathan? Anything that you've been like, yes, this is a top point for me?
Nothing springs to mind, if I'm honest. A lot of, at least it feels like for me, a lot of things that I was excited for this year have been pushed back to next year.
Mm-hmm.
Which just makes this year even more depressing.
Remember, I don't know, we used to end things on a high note.
Did we used to do that?
I don't know, did we? I feel like everything always ends in us being, okay, we should end it here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe most of our records have ended in negativity. Looking forward to Arceus, though. That's happening next month.
Yeah, but guess what? 2022 is next month, so it's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. Right, okay then, fine. Well, in which case, Nathan, do what you have to do.
Oh, okay. It's always down to me, is it? All right.
No, do you want me to say it?
Go on, you shill. Go on.
God, okay. Okay. Thank you for listening, guys. Remember to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Remember, we're on all podcast platforms, or majority of them. You know where to find us. Links are in descriptions. Nathan puts them there all the time. That's what he says anyway.
Yep.
I don't fucking look at it.
I do put them there all the time.
Yeah, should I twist it this time? Should I put it up this time? Do you want to just like leave it there, the video, and then I'll put all the links in the descriptions, and I'll schedule it, and then we can see how that goes.
If you want to,
watch me ruin our channel in 2 seconds. The title of this video is going to be called Pee Pee Poo Poo. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Right, okay, anyway, guys, thank you for listening, and we will see you next time. Okay, bye.
Bye.